2 weeks ago we saw a controversial update from Faceit that was meant to improve the experience for new players. The idea was to use your premier rank, and according to the rank you had, you would receive a specific Faceit level, so you didn't have to go through elo hell. In the general community there was an uproar of people being upset. However, you guys were surprisingly positive, which I found very interesting to see. But nevertheless, Faceit has brought an update to this topic. So let us take a look if the changes are valid or the problem still exists. But first guys, don't forget about a giveaway in the description down below, and on Discord there are multiple there that you can find. And now a quick word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by SkinBaron, the ultimate marketplace for buying and selling your CS skins. SkinBaron is a German company with an excellent Trustpilot rating, trusted by thousands of players. Save up to 30% compared to the Steam market. With over 1 million skins and easy to use filters, finding your perfect skin is a breeze. They offer multiple payment methods including credit card, Klarna and even more. And if you're selling a skin worth over 1,000 euros, you'll only pay 2% fees on it. Use my code Shifterz to support the channel and start your SkinBaron journey today. Thank you SkinBaron, and now back to the video. So let's quickly give you a bit of context if you haven't watched the previous video. So the idea was to use your premier rank, and according to that give you a specific Faceit rank. So if you had 0 to 5,000 elo, you would be ranked into 600 elo on Faceit, and if you were 19k or above, you would have received level 7 elo. And the obvious concern that people had was that because of the cheater problem in Premier, people were obviously able to boost their ranks. And due to that factor, if they've decided to play Faceit on that account, they would be not matched accordingly to their rank, and the teams therefore would be imbalanced. So on the 8th of April, they posted an update to this topic, and the TLDR was that new accounts now registering on Faceit now require Prime. So accounts that do not have Prime won't be able to play, which is already a good thing. And on top of that, new accounts with low hours on Premier matches will now be forced to verify their identity before they can play a single Faceit match. So no matter what you do, you have to send in a photo of your face and your identification card so you can play, or else you won't be able to play. And it looks like they also adjusted a bit the elo range you would receive depending on your Premier rank, however by a small margin. And an open question that is still there is, what exactly do they mean with low play hours? Is it 100 hours, 200 hours, 300 hours? We don't know. They don't specify that in the update text. But overall, these two barriers they've set up are a good thing. Yes, the first one with the Prime account, I would say, is a very small improvement, since you can buy a used account for 5 to 6 euros if I'm correct, and start playing Faceit on that one. But overall, there is a slight paywall to enter, which there wasn't before, which is a good thing. However, I would say the biggest deterrent here is the identity verification, depending on how many hours you have. And we can only hope they have set it up very high. Let's say 500. I would say that is a good amount of hours, where I would say someone has learned the basics, however obviously not mastered them, and is now starting maybe to explore different ways of how they can improve by, for example, playing against harder opponents in Faceit. And using identity verification in general is going to be a very big deterrent for cheaters, because I can quite certain say for everyone, no one really wants to upload their photo ID just so they can play Faceit. And also, if you get caught cheating, smurfing or whatever, your data is still going to be with them, so creating a second account is going to be very hard. So would I say this has fixed the problem that we had before this update? And overall, I can say yes, it is not perfect. However, I can see that they are struggling between creating the right amount of deterrents for cheaters but having enough open doors for newcomers, and trying to balance that is very hard. But overall, I would say it is a good update. It's a deterrent, and people who want to bypass that have to spend more money to get those specific accounts. So guys, what do you think of this update? Would you say the changes fix the problems that we had with the previous update, or is this still not enough? What else would you like to see? But as always guys, don't forget to check out the giveaway and the sponsor of today's video. Everything is down in the description below. You just have to check it out and click the link. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, like and hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys on the next one.